I'm just going to ask you two simple questions. One, would you want to live forever? And two, would you want to be rich forever? I don't think we need that much time to answer that question because I'm pretty sure everybody would answer yes. Well, that's what the characters thought also in the movie that I'm about to review. This movie is full of darkness, theology, mythology, and the ultimate question of what you would do to find out the secrets that man was never supposed to know. So without further ado, in this first installment of movie reviews, I'm going to be reviewing the found footage horror thriller As Above, So Below. As Above, So Below combines a lot of things within the movie. It combines the horror element along with the found footage element. Now, I know what most of you are thinking, and I'm guilty of thinking the same thing. Oh my gosh, we have another found footage movie. It's the same thing. One found footage movie after another, after another. It's all the same thing. A bunch of dumb people find a camera, and they start just filming whatever they see. That is not the case with this movie, and I was honestly surprised by that. Basically, this movie gives you a reason for why these people are filming. It follows the journey and the quest of Dr. Scarlett Marlowe, which is the main character. She's a woman that's very accomplished for such a young age. She's got a billion degrees, can speak that many other languages. And she's played by Perdita Weeks, which we can also recognize as the woman who played Mary Boleyn on the TV show The Tudors. She's being filmed by a man by the name of Benji, who is also played by Edwin Hodge, who played Danny in Red Dawn and played the stranger in the Purge movie. He's filming her because he wants to make a documentary of what she's trying to find. What she's trying to find is the Philosopher's Stone. Now, of course, the Philosopher's Stone was an item, subject, liquid, whoever, depending on who you talk to, it could be a lot of different things. But ultimately what it does is it turns base metals into gold or silver and can unlock the secrets to eternal life. This was a very popular item or subject in alchemy, which was the predated version of modern chemistry, or so we believe. Now, we find out that her father spent his entire life looking for this stone. So naturally, after he passes away, she's going to take up the challenge as the next member of the family to go after the stone. Then we meet our next character, and his name is George. George is very reluctant to join Scarlett on her quest because he had been on a prior one. It landed him in a Turkish prison. I would be very reluctant to join somebody who left me to die in a prison in another country, so I don't blame him. But nevertheless, he decides to join them. He is played by Ben Feldman, which you can recognize from the new show Superstore. He plays the main character, Jonah. Now, as they go through, they find this tablet that is supposed to let them know where the Philosopher's Stone is. After solving some puzzles with this and figuring out the secrets to the tablet, they find out that the Philosopher's Stone is located exactly where they're at in Paris, France, somewhere between Nicolas Flamel's grave, which was the only person to have ever thought to solve the secrets of the Philosopher's Stone, and the gates of hell. Let's just grab our bags and everything we have and let's go straight to the gates of hell. Well, that's exactly what they did because they're that committed. So what they do is they use the French catacombs, they are a real place. They are miles and miles of tunnels that go under the city of Paris that house what is to believe 6 million bodies of dead people. Now, of course, they're all bones at this point, and if you go down there, the walls are lined with skulls and bones and all sorts of things, and some of them are arranged in shapes like crosses, and others are just strewn around in tunnels because apparently they didn't give a crap about those guys. But anyway, it's a place filled with both the macabre and the beautiful. They use these to their advantage to get down deeper to find the stone. And a band of merry illegal catacomb explorers that take them down further and further. Well, along the way, of course, we realize that they run into trouble. They find some crazy satanic cults going on down there. They find the body of a well-preserved 700-year-old Templar knight. And eventually they do find the stone. Once they find the stone, they realize that the only way to get out of the catacombs is, of course, to go deeper. Now turn around. No, of course not. We can't do that. That makes too much sense. So we have to go deeper and deeper until finally they're in hell. Because if you go deep enough into the earth, that's where you'll end up. They run into more problems when they're down there. They run into some demons. They have to confront some of their past issues that they blame themselves for. And ultimately, they have to escape with their new found artifact. Now, personally, when I see that a movie is found footage, I'm tended to kind of stay away from it because, like I said before, there's a right and a wrong way to do a found footage movie, and unfortunately a lot of the movies that we see, they do it the absolute wrong way, and they're all pretty much the same. However, this movie, like I said, starts off with a reason to film. Benji, the character, is documenting Scarlett's journey. So we have a reason for why he's filming. Not only do we keep it on the camera, but once they get down into the catacombs, there's 3 head cameras that he attaches to the head lamps. So now we're seeing it from 3 other people's different points of view. And we're going with the natural movements of the head. So it looks like when they're running away, we're running away. So that was a really, really good aspect to it. And of course, it involves history and mythology and folklore and all sorts of awesome things mixed in with the horror element and the found footage element. And I think that what they did, the directors of this movie, I think what they did was they brought it all together in a great combination. And this movie isn't for everybody. It's really not. It's almost geared to a certain audience. If you don't know anything prior about these artifacts and these legends, then you're not going to really know what's going on. So this movie also gets you to go out and research what it's about, making you learn stuff, which is also another great thing that I think more movies should do. Because at the same time you're being entertained, but you're also learning something at the same time. So honestly, I think that As Above, So Below, it was one of the best, if not the best, found footage movies I've ever seen. And I'm a horror junkie myself, and I think it was a great horror movie. There are a few things wrong with it that make it a typical horror movie with the jump scares and everything else, but I think they brought something new to the table that a lot of people aren't doing. And honestly, I would give this a watch. If you ever see it on the shelf, please go out, give it a watch. It's honestly a great movie. I'm Justin Sisk, and this has been a movie review. Everybody, thanks for watching the first installment of movie reviews with me. If you liked what I said and you liked, what I have to say about movies, and you think I kind of know what I'm talking about, then go down there and hit that big red subscribe button, give it a like. Also, find me on Facebook, find me on Twitter, find me on all the other social media stuff that everybody belongs to. And also give me your opinion. What did you think about As Above, So Below? And if you haven't seen it, what did you think about what I had to say? And would you go out and watch it? And also you can post some of your favorite found footage movies or your favorite horror movies, and we can create discussions that way. So please let me know what you think. To subscribe for more reviews and everything else that I do on this channel, including song covers and topics dealing with history, psychology, everything that you can think of. So please go down there, hit subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.